My name is Greg Burns. I'm the chair of the board of directors of an organization in Port Hope, Ontario called PHorest for Our Future. We formed the organization as a result of a planning application that was made to municipal council on behalf of a developer who wanted to build 271 homes on land just on the west side of Port Hope. Sadly, 3 hectares of that property is an historic heritage forest that includes 907 trees, all of which were to be removed. Some of those trees are between 150 and 200 years old. So essentially we decided to take some action, and we hired Ken Greenberg, an internationally recognized urban planner, and asked Ken to do a comprehensive review of the planning approaches of municipal council, specifically related to this precious woodlot. Ken then did a PowerPoint presentation and put forward some recommendations to council during that PowerPoint presentation. Sadly, the outcome of that was that council ignored those recommendations. As an organization, we then followed up with 2 PowerPoint presentations, once again offering solutions and options in order to protect and preserve the woodland. In both cases, again, our recommendations were ignored. And as a result of that, we decided to take some community action. We planned a community-wide campaign that included some protest signs, Save Our Trees, as well as we produced some what I call pandemic face masks with the slogan, Save Our Trees. And then finally, we basically coordinated an outdoor rally right on the site of the woodlot, which 110 people in the community attended. Our featured speaker was Mark Cullen. And Mark has been a tremendous supporter of our cause, and again, a very successful campaign. But again, action from council became null and void. So what we did is a staff report came forward essentially telling council not to engage with the community. This was legal advice they received, and as a result of that, there was no input received on this entire problem. Then in May of 2021, council held an in-camera meeting without any community engagement prior to that, and agreed with the developer to allow them to build the 271 homes, but that the forest was set aside for future consideration. So in essence, council gave up any future negotiation power that they had by allowing the 271 homes to be constructed. We were upset about that, and as a result of that, we have decided we will continue to monitor what the actions of council will be in the future, and I can assure you that it will probably become a major campaign issue this coming fall. The second project that our group took on was to encourage council to create a climate action plan. A committee of council called the Climate Change Working Group basically has been working with McMaster University for the past 3 years. And essentially what they were doing was developing a framework for a comprehensive climate action plan. Their findings and recommendations were presented in August of last year. But once again, council ignored those and basically put the study aside. And then to add insult to injury, in December, we discovered that when we were reviewing the 2022 proposed budget for municipal council, there were no funding, no funds at all put in for a climate action plan. So as a result of that, we basically initiated a mass email campaign to pressure council into including some funds for a climate action plan. Interestingly enough, at the very final meeting of council relative to the 2022 budget, at the very end, they decided to approve $50,000 for a climate action plan. With that knowledge, our group then did an extensive research of climate action plans across Canada, and from that information, we developed a proposed terms of reference that we gave to council that basically gave them a roadmap of how to put together a climate action plan. And basically, the major part of that was the whole issue of community engagement. We felt it was absolutely imperative that residents of the community played a major part in the development of that particular plan. One of the things that I'd like to offer to each and every one of you listening to this video is the opportunity to gain some of that experience and some of that knowledge. We are prepared to send you copies of all of our documents and all of our research papers if it's of interest to you. All you have to do is to email me at the email address located on the screen, and I'll do the follow-up and forward those reports to you. I'd like to leave you with 3 thoughts based on the experience we've gone through in the last three plus years. The first one is basically fight like hell, okay, to ensure that community engagement is a major part of any planning issue in your municipality. The second one is that you can either lay down and basically do nothing, or you can stand up and get active. Never, never, ever give up. And the final comment I'd like to make to you is that as basically volunteers, don't be afraid to take on the challenge that, in a sense, we've done. I want you to remember that the Ark was built by amateurs. Professionals built the Titanic. Just be sure that you don't have to be an expert to make a difference in your community. Good luck to each and every one of you. Thank you.